Beer here back in the Fantasy Bar Friday on tap. 6 of my favorite plays ready for you here on FanDuel and DraftKings, including some of my favorite values. A starting pitcher I think is way too cheap in a good matchup. We'll get a stack started for you. I think could be a little bit off the radar. And a beast of the night in a huge home run spot. Who we talking about? Only one way to find out. Belly up to the Fantasy Bar. Welcome in, guys. Friday edition Beers Daily Fantasy six-pack weekend is here, and we are back. 6 of my favorite plays ready for you here on FanDuel and DraftKings. Thank you, as always, for stopping by the Fantasy Bar and checking out the video. Now, before we get into the plays, you guys know the drill by now. Take a second, click that thumbs up button. Really helps us out here. That's the tip jar here on this free video, so thank you for that. Subscribe to the channel. Don't miss any of the content. Check out scoresandodds.com/beer. That link right in the description of the video. And a reminder, our leadoff play is found on our short video, YouTube Shorts, on our RotoGrinders YouTube page. Can find it on Twitter as well. We'll always give you that first hitter over there, the rest of the bats here, and the pitcher in the main video. All right, let's get into it here. Big slate of games, a lot of choices to be made, but we've narrowed it down to just a few of my favorite plays. Let's start on the infield, second base or third base, with Ryan McMahon of Colorado. Now, maybe not a big name, but swinging a big bat right now. 15 hits, 4 home runs for him over just the last 8 games alone. So absolutely locked in right now and really been hitting right-handed pitching well over the course of this season. ISO 248, WOBA 357. But the number that really got me, that hard contact rate we've talked about. Anytime it's right around 50 is good. Over 50, we're talking a lead here. And he's approaching 55%. Hard contact against righties this season. So just an absolute huge number here for McMahon, and a great matchup with Jordan Lyles. 277 ISO given up to lefties. And of course, our power mix is very much in play here. A lot of fly balls, a lot of hard contact. Ryan McMahon, I think he stays hot here tonight against Jordan Lyles. All right, I promised you a starting pitcher I think is too cheap. That's Jon Gray of Texas. So Gray been very good of late. Last 4 starts, we're talking 3 of those starts, 29 or more DraftKings points, has eclipsed 21 or more DraftKings points in all 4 of those starts. So pitching at an extremely high level, some of the best pitching we've seen since early on in his career. Now, a lot of people are going to look at the Seattle matchup, shy away. A lot of strikeouts available here. In fact, Seattle striking out the 4th highest rate against right-handed pitching at 25.5%. You look at some of the other numbers, ISO, WOBA, WRC+, they are bottom half of the league in all of those categories against right-handed pitching. So some dangerous bats in that lineup, no doubt. But Jon Gray, pitching well, too cheap, and a lot of strikeouts available here. My favorite pitcher on the board, combining price and matchup here, is Jon Gray. All right, back to the bats at second base. We're rolling Brandon Lowe of Tampa Bay. So Tampa really looking like a team we could stack up tonight. Whitlock, a guy that gives us up to righties, to lefties, but let's focus on the lefties here with Lowe. Now, we talk about batting average on balls in play and being a little bit unlucky. Certainly been the case here for Lowe, just 247 against righties, yet still a nice solid power number at 224 in the ISO department. We've seen the 9 home runs out of him. So no, a lot of pop in this bat, and the price kind of trending down here. So we can buy low on Brandon Lowe. What we worry about with him, strikeouts at a huge rate. Whitlock, though, just a 19% strikeout rate against left-handed hitters. So negates some of that worry with Lowe, and it's given up a 300 ISO to lefties. Great home run spot here tonight for Brandon Lowe. All right, let's stay with Tampa Bay. Let's stay with the same last name, but don't call me Lowe. We're going outfielder Josh Lowe. So no, they're not brothers. Crazy, the same last name, pronounced a little bit different. Had to put a little bit of research. Easy to get these guys mixed up, but the point is, we mentioned Tampa Bay, great stack here tonight. Lowe been very good against righties as well. 276 the ISO for him, 386 in the WOBA department, and been really good against the sinker. Now, very limited sample here, no doubt. Whitlock throws this pitch a ton, though, his primary pitch, 2 left-handed hitters, and Lowe has really crushed that pitch, WOBA and ISO, at 450 or higher against that sinker. Whitlock also a guy that gives up a ton of power. We mentioned the ISO at 300. The power mix is there, 41 and 44% to lefties. Not much better against righties. So don't forget about some of those righties in that Tampa Bay lineup, whether it's a 5-man, a 3-man, or a 4-man over on FanDuel. Point is, I think Tampa Bay one of the better stacking options on the slate. Lowe, my favorite of the bunch. All right, let's get to my favorite play for Friday night. Before we do that, we want to continue our Beast of the Night contest. This is a thank you to you guys for hanging out here and supporting the Daily Fantasy Six Pack. All you got to do, get in the comment section right below the video. Make sure you click that thumbs up button if you have not already, and guess fantasy points on DraftKings for my highest scoring hitter. Don't even have to guess who it's going to be. We've made it super easy on you. All you got to do is guess a number of fantasy points for my highest scoring hitter. The closest guess going to win themselves a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. All right, let's finish this baby strong. Let's wrap it up with my favorite play for Friday night. You know, Matt's the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. One more outfielder here for you. We're going to spend up here on outfielder Juan Soto of San Diego, tonight's Beast of the Night. So I'm a loyal guy. Soto been very good to us in this spot, so we're going to go back to the well on him here, and been somewhat quiet of late. That should help negate some ownership here. Not going to really stand out in a lot of people's mind here, but I think that will be a mistake as we look at the matchup here for him against Jameson Taillon, who we'll get to in a minute. But we know Soto, money against righties. ISO at almost 300, Woba approaching 450. And you look at the pitching matchup here, and you can look at all this information in our Plate IQ tool here at RotoGrinders. The primary pitches from Taillon, Soto been very good against both of them. ISOs of 303, 400 against those top two pitches here. Taillon been pounded by lefties, 456 Woba, big 316 ISO. Lots of fly balls, lots of hard contact. Juan Soto in a smash spot here to go yard. Easily my favorite play on the board and tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll do it for Friday night here in the Fantasy Bar. As always, if you have any comments, questions, or feedback, hit me up in that comment section right below the video. You can follow me on Twitter as well at Beermakersfan. And don't forget, guess for fantasy points on DraftKings for my highest scoring hitter for a shot at a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Best of luck on the slate tonight. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist